Michelle in Texas. Michelle, welcome to News Talk Online on the Paltalk News Network.
I sat and monitored the Facebook activities as you posted it, and it amazed me, just amazed me, what I read on that site. I couldn't believe some of the comments that were being said. You know, Facebook is a very powerful software program, right? I think they have a lot of resources, excuse me, a lot of resources that when these groups are created, they should be stopped before they even become public within Facebook. If we, as members of Facebook, could sit and find these groups, and there are many on there, these groups go against their policies, period. So why aren't they putting something in place not to even allow these groups to become public as they're created? This is something that I wish Facebook would answer. It's basically a full-time job to sit and police it. It really is. If there's actually a group on there for, it's called something like Against Racist Groups on Facebook, and this was created because of the hate groups that are constantly put out there on Facebook. I personally would have taken a stand if it wasn't Kill a Jew Day. I would have taken if it was Kill a Muslim Day, if it was Kill a Hindu Day, whatever it may have been. And the fact that the reason why I reported it to the FBI and then I put it on your blog was because somebody on that specific Kill a Jew Day site put it on their site. That's why I did that. I probably wouldn't have even thought of that, and I don't remember who the person actually was. And I know there are others that did it also. It was appalling and disgusting to see the comment. There was one comment, the guy said, when the attendance the attendance of this event reaches 500 people, I'm going to make sure that I have a, I don't know if you saw this, a jacket made from Jew skin. I mean, this was just disgusting. What is wrong with these people out there? You know, I mean, I'm sure every single one of us, you know, I don't mean to laugh, but every single one of us, I'm sure at our weakest moments or when we become angry or fed up or whatever, we may have, you know, crazy thoughts. But I would never, ever in my mind even think about something like that. There were Muslims on there defending Jews. There were Christians on there defending Jews. They were going after the guy, this guy Bill, whatever his name was, you know, saying that this is just appalling and this is wrong. And it is wrong. The whole thing is wrong.
Well, you know, Michelle, you speak to the guy who purportedly was behind all of this. Ladies and gentlemen, he's the guy who is, if he is truly who it purported to be, at least who put up the initial site, he's the guy who is the spam king, who who sends out these spam emails to you about penis enlargement. That's the guy.
That's the guy, right?
You
and
know,
he is known as a Jew hater. He's known as a Jew hater. While this was going on, I just plopped his name into Google, and that video came up, was the Spam King. And I'm watching this video going, this guy's a complete nut. Yes, that's the name, Tom Director. But the issue is, you know what? He may be a nut. But how many nuts and weak people and demented people out there are going to take this guy seriously and then possibly go out like we had last week or 10 days ago, like the Arizona shootings, and kill people and kill, you know, innocent people and kill Congress people? Who's next?
Michelle, you know, while I have you, you're originally from Montreal, and I understand that you are familiar with some of the Jewish institutions that were attacked there.
I'm familiar with all of them. This was the community that I lived in for a long time before I moved to Austin, Texas. This has been an ongoing problem. It's not getting a lot of media. Because of this, they actually have a federal program that they have put in place called the SIP program. It's a security infrastructure program to help and fund communities and religious organizations within their communities and schools, etc., communal type of organizations, to help them with getting up-to-date security systems because of hate crimes. And the rise in hate in Montreal, Toronto, and Calgary have risen by 50% in the last year, actually. So there is a problem. And there is a problem within the municipalities, there's a problem within the cities, and there is a problem within the, I guess, the provinces on a federal level. And you can find this information. Okay, I'm not talking off the top of my head. I follow this. I also have a cousin that used to be the president of the Canadian Jewish Congress, and the building actually resides in Montreal. So I get a lot of information still today as we speak, and this has to be stopped. There's one synagogue where I grew up as a kid, the synagogue that I went to synagogue to, that was attacked back in October. And they put a garden hose into their heating system, the oil tank system, and completely flooded the synagogue. It is now contaminated. The synagogue cannot be up and running the way they wanted to. This is hate. This is a hate crime. And a lot
well, you know, I would like to suggest, Michelle, that people who have these kinds of horrific thoughts wouldn't, perhaps, at least not yet, in large numbers, espouse them in public, in the real, face-to-face. But they feel comfortable, the anonymity of the internet, providing them an opportunity to do so. Now, the nature of this particular program is that we come together on the internet, and we use arguably the best interactive program available, Paltalk, to do it. But there are those amongst us here on Paltalk who espouse this kind of hatred toward others. And I think that we should all take a pledge right now that when we hear somebody espousing hatred, articulating hatred toward an individual or a group, even if we agree with them politically or we agree with them religiously, especially actually if we agree with them religiously or politically, we should challenge them on it. We should stop them. We should question them. We should admonish them. As human beings, we owe this to ourselves, in my opinion. And if somebody disagrees with that premise, I would love to hear it.